Coming into Sunday's game, there was no question that this was going to be a big test for the Lady Toppers soccer team. And after tonight, there's no doubt that they aced that test. As they all say, out with the old and in with the new, and renovations here at Nick Dennis Field are no different over these past couple of years. Last year, they installed brand new seats. They got rid of the red and have transformed them into the new sleek black seats. We're just moments away from kicking off the brand new 2024 Hilltopper baseball season right here at Nick Dennis Field. This brand new facility behind me officially opens. Now, last year, they broke ground on this. It was just a parking lot, and now it is a brand new, beautiful facility. A lot of people know you as Nick Simpson, the basketball player, but they probably don't know what you do off the floor. So tell me, what are some things you do off the court as well?
We like to travel a lot. I got a big family, 3 brothers, 1 sister, so we like to do a lot of things together.
All right, Colin, from the football pitch to high school football. It is high school football through 3 weeks of the season. Look at the records here. Your South Warren Spartans, who you're now the voice of, 3-0 on the season. My Greenwood Gators, 2-1. And then you got Warren East, Warren Central, and Bowling Green all at 1-2. But for Bowling Green, they've lost to 2 very quality teams in Lexington Christian and Bryan Station, all by less than 7 points. And then on offense, Austin Reed completes the pass here to Malachi Coyley, the rock star duo of college football. Set up first and goal, but Coyley would finish the game with 4 catches for 55 yards, but would leave the game with a chest injury. Speaking of Austin Reed, though, let's look at his impact, man, and what he had last year. 4,247 passing yards to go along with 36 passing touchdowns. So you definitely say he was off to a little bit of a rough start, but no question, quickly he picked it right back up where he left off. When it comes to WKU soccer, who do you mostly think of? For some, head coach Jason Nidell. For the players, it might be Kayla Meyer or Lily Romo. But there's one Hilltopper that stands out above the rest, and she continues to play the sport that she loves, despite 2 injuries setting her back.
The best part about it is those little wins that you have for yourselves, and as long as you keep climbing, honestly, it's going to be, the end goal is going to be so much sweeter once it gets there.
Amber Barnett is a 6th-year senior on the WKU women's soccer team who has had an uphill battle over the last few years. She tore her ACL not once, but twice. Most athletes would have hung up the cleats, but Barnett decided to make a comeback.
My mindset of not wanting to give up and not wanting to show others that they should ever give up. And I like to be a role model to others and show them that, honestly, whenever they think that they're down, honestly, they can do a lot more than what they think that they can. And I feel like that was my mindset towards the 2nd ACL tear. And, you know, I just wanted to prove something to myself to see what I could do.
The shining moment of her season and possibly her career was with that header. She scored the goal for the first time since she came back from injury. And no question that this was her greatest moment.
Whenever it happened, it was almost like something just came off, like everything was lifted off my shoulders, and everything was like, wow, everything that I've done came to the moment of me scoring this goal, and it just made me feel so good in the moment, and I loved that my teammates were there to support me through it. And honestly, just it was a sigh of relief of everything that was, the work that was put in, and to see where I am now, it was a great feeling.
Reporting from the WKU Soccer Complex and for the Extra Point, I'm Tyler Fernandez.
Welcome back, everybody. It's time for another thrilling CUSA series between these 2 longtime rivals. Meeting 82 all-time.
That is Riley Chestnut, the newest voice of Lady Topper Sports. Although he is a broadcaster, he initially studied to be a lawyer.
It wasn't for me, so I decided to utilize the gift of my voice for something that could provide a great challenge.
While getting his master's at Belmont University, Chestnut took the opportunity to become the next voice of the Lady Toppers after a legend stepped away from the mic.
Brett Williams, who was here as the longtime voice of the Lady Toppers, and I met a couple years ago, when he left, I applied for the job, didn't get it.
Despite the setback, Chestnut and former voice of the Lady Toppers, Brad Klein, met while calling the same game. It was at that moment he would get his opportunity.
If you want it, I recommend reaching out to the then GM of Learfield at the time, Chris Freeman, for it. Less than a month later I did, and 2 weeks after that I got the job.
To Chestnut, the job signifies a career milestone.
It meant a lot to be able to say I've come this far in just 3 years.
Since then, he has never looked back and is now giving advice to young broadcasters.
Just be yourself. No one can be you better than you. And if you're trying to figure out who you are, keep doing that. keep trying to figure out who you are as a person, what you love, what drives you. And if you want to keep in this field and want to see how far you can get, just always be available. Either way, I'm Riley Chestnut, and we'll be back in 2 weeks for another Top
For
Slide.
the Extra Point, I'm Tyler Fernandez.